Hey y'all, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you are new here. If you are new here, hi, hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm really excited because I'm going to be testing out and reviewing the James Charles Morphe palette. This is his mini palette. This is the mini artistry palette, and this is just what it looks like. I am so freaking excited. I decided to purchase this a couple of days ago because I had been accepted to the TikTok Creator Fund, so I'm now getting a little bit of extra money that I'm going to be putting towards my YouTube channel. So I'm really excited and grateful and thankful for that. So with that, I'm going to be buying some stuff and reviewing some stuff, and I'm just really excited. So let's go ahead and get this palette on out. Now, I know in the past on my channel, I had been pretty vocal about not being super approval of James Charles and some of the things that has happened to him in the past. Now, I don't agree with cancel culture. I've also been very vocal about that as well. But the reason that I decided that I at first didn't want to buy the palette to review on my channel is because I don't like controversy and I really just don't like fighting. Fighting is just something that I don't care to do it. I don't have the energy to do it. I don't want to do it. So, I've just decided to just, this is a palette that I've always wanted. So, if anybody has a problem with me using this palette, then, you can go watch another video as far as I'm concerned. But I'm going to be testing out and reviewing this palette today because I'm really excited about it. So, this is just what it looks like. Now, the reason that I decided to get the mini is because it has a mirror. And the bigger one it's a lot bigger. It's almost as big as the Morphe holiday palette that they did a couple of years ago. And that palette is a little hard for me to use because it is so big. So this one I like because it's like my perfect size. So when you open it up, it does have a little sheet on the inside of the palette. Now, some people don't like this little sheet because it has all the shade names on it. I've heard some people complain about this because I've watched a lot of reviews on this palette, and I've watched a ton of videos on James's channel whenever he would use his palette, even the bigger one when it first came out. And a lot of people said they didn't like this little sheet because they always lose it. I don't ever lose these little sheets just so that way I'll memorize the shade names. So that really does not bother me. I love the colors in here. They are so fun. So I'm going to show y'all what it looks like without the little sheet over the top of it. Like, how pretty is that? It just makes you so happy, and it's just so rainbow. I freaking love it. So I'm really excited to get around to playing with this palette today. I've already primed my eyes and filled in my eyebrows, so we're all good there. So let's just go ahead and jump right on into using this palette because I don't even know what look I want to create. I am going to set the box over here to the side on my makeup table. So if you can see that, I'm really sorry. But I also would like to mention too that the palette, it is in a bubble wrap plastic thing in the box, which I actually really like that. Normally I'm not all about the plastic, but I like it for this case because this is a miniature palette, and some of the minier or Morphe palettes, they're a lot easier to come cracked. So I like the fact that they really took the time to take and make sure that that was going to be good and secured inside the box, and it wasn't just going to be wiggling around in there by its lonesome. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my shadow switcher, and I'm going to try to figure out what I want to go in with first because the possibilities are truly endless with this eyeshadow palette. Now, I'm not going to be doing swatches of every single shade in the palette just simply because I don't really have the arm space for that. I'm not the greatest at doing swatches. I don't like doing swatches. They don't do right with me, so I just don't like them. So, and there's tons of videos out there as well that you can watch if you want some swatches. But if you're very familiar with James's reveal video, you know that the shade names, they're all named after stuff that is like sentimental to him. So I think that's pretty cool. So I think what I'm gonna do first is, I think what I want to do is go in with the shade. Let's go with the shade Social Blade. It's a green shade. I just did a green shade, or a green look just a couple of days ago. But you know what? It's okay. We're gonna do another. I think we're gonna do another green look today. And I think what I want to do is I want to take that onto this little fluffy crease brush right here, and I'm just going to be applying that straight to the crease. move the box because I didn't like the fact that it was kind of like running my background over here, and you couldn't really see like my nice little setup, so I just moved it. It was just bothering me. So now I'm going to be going into the shade B, which is just that really pretty yellow shade, and I'm going to be applying that to the outer half of or the inner half of my crease. This is the outer half. This is the inner half of my crease. I decided to not do like a full on green look since y'all have already seen that from me, and I have to say that green shade is like super pigmented. I have a shade very similar to that in my Profusion palette, and I have to really work with that in layers, but this is just one layer. Like, holy freaking crap. And it's so buttery, so smooth. It blended out really nicely. Like, I'm really impressed with this palette. I want to kick myself right now for, like, not getting this palette sooner because I'm, like, really impressed. I can't wait to use the shade B. Can we talk about the pigment of this yellow? Okay, I have like one other yellow in my collection, and it's in a ColourPop palette. It's in the ColourPop Yes Please palette, and it's in the shade Mischief. That is like my only pigmented yellow. I have been on the hunt for like the perfect pigmented yellow, and hello, hi, it's there. I'm like really impressed with the pigment. I'm really impressed with the quality, the smoothness, the blendability. Like, okay, I see ya. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my lid color, and I'm going to go in with the shade Ring Light. Now, I don't even have to look at the little sheet right here at all to know what the shade names are, because I've watched so many videos with people using this palette, and I've watched so many of his videos using this palette that I kind of like just memorized them by heart. But anyway, I'm going to go with the shade Ring Light. It's just a really pretty shimmer, and I want to see how it would look on my lid. Now, if you are a paler complexion like me, you probably could get away with using it as a cheek highlight, and I might actually do that today. But I want to see how it looks on the eyes first. Ring Light is a really pretty shimmer shade. I forgot to mention that I did apply it with a damp brush because I don't like to use shimmers dry. I like to use them wet just so they're more intense, and that is just so pretty. I love the way this eye looks. It definitely doesn't look fallish or winterish, but hey, that's okay. I don't care. So now I'm going to be moving on to mascara. I really like the palette. All in all, it is a really good palette. It blended out beautifully. I cannot wait to use this palette in some of my Christmas looks coming up. I have a ton of looks planned that this palette is going to be included in. So all in all, if you're debating on whether or not you should get this palette, you totally should. Think of it like this as well. You can also use people's Morphe codes, which is what I did. I did use Jaclyn Hill's code because I couldn't remember James Charles's code off the top of my head. I typed it in two different ways. I couldn't remember if it was James or if it was just like his whole name. So if anybody knows what his actual code is, let me know down below in the description, because the only code that I have memorized is Jaclyn Hill's, and it's Jack Attack. So anyways, now we're just going to move on to lashes. So first I'm going to be curling my eyelashes with my e.l.f. eyelash curler, and then I'm going to be applying some mascara, and I'm going to be using the Magna Carta Beauty Mascara. This is their volumizing Turn It Up mascara. Now it is time for lashes, and I'm going to be using the Kiss 5D Beat lashes. These are in the style Belle. I wanted these because these are bold and dramatic, and I think they're going to go perfect with this eye look today. Alright y'all, so this is the completed look that I came up with using the James Charles palette, and I have to say it is an absolute beautiful palette. It is it's phenomenal. Like, I cannot believe I waited this long to get this palette. It is so beautiful. The colors in here are just stunning. They are so pigmented, so buttery, so smooth, so very easy to blend out. I mean, look at the endless possibilities that you can have with this palette. So if you are one of the few rare people that you do not own this palette in your collection, you definitely should pick it up, because I promise you, you are going to freaking love it. Now, I know some people have said about the mini palette that they don't like the size of the pans, but I personally don't have a problem with that. If you are curious about how big the size of the pans are, the regular colors right here, these are probably about the width of the tip of my thumb. And then these bigger shades right here, those are a little bit bigger than the tip of my thumb. They're actually probably about the size of a quarter. So if that kind of gives you an idea about how big they are. I know some people, for whatever reason, they don't like the mini palette. They think that it's kind of like a waste of money, but I personally like it just because it's convenient for me, and I don't see anything wrong with having it in the mini form. I think the miniature form kind of makes it a little bit cuter, honestly, and kind of just makes it a little bit more convenient. So, yeah, so that is it for today's video. I really love this look. I love what I came up with today. If you enjoyed this video and if you would like to see more reviews from me, then you should definitely give me a thumbs up down below. You can also subscribe while you are down there as well, because I'm here for you with new videos every Thursdays, Saturdays, and Mondays at 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also give me a follow over on my social media handles as well. That way, you know, you can keep up with me even farther, and you can keep a lookout and get little sneak peeks of all of the craziness that I have coming for y'all really soon here on my channel. I'm definitely going to be using the James Charles palette a lot for all of my Christmas looks coming up. So be on the lookout for all these amazing holiday looks that I have coming. If you have any requests that you would like to see for the Christmas and holiday season, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will write them down and do my best to get to them. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in Thursday's video. Bye, my little unicorn.